So on SmackDown, we had Roman Reigns mentioned. We had Cody Rhodes out there with the WWE Undisputed Championship. So Sikoa challenging him next week. It doesn't even matter. None of those matter because the most important thing on SmackDown was a burial. A burial for Giovanni Vinci, the Giga Chad. He just got buried in his first match. And I'm kind of mad about it because, like, they're calling him the new Santino Marella, right? But remember when Santino Marella debuted, what happened? I think he either beat Bobby Lashley or Umaga, like someone big. I think it was Umaga. And he wasn't even a wrestler. He wasn't even a freaking wrestler. Yeah, Bobby Lashley helped him beat Umaga and he became the Intercontinental Champion in his debut match. That was Santino Marella. This is Giovanni Vinci, who's been in Imperium, who's been wrestling for years, allegedly. And now he has this brand new gimmick that you've been hyping up and he loses a match like this. After this, he'll never be able to be world champion. Like, this is a complete burial. Imagine if the same thing happened to The Rock, to Roman Reigns, or John Cena. It could probably happen to John Cena because he didn't have any family lineage that would protect him. But this is an absolute burial, ladies and gentlemen. But you can ask me a question like, was he ever going to be a world champion? Well, the answer is no. So I am kind of mad about it, but at the same time, I can see where they're going with this. It's a storyline. I do hope at the end of this storyline, Giovanni Vinci actually wins his match. Otherwise, just fire him, right? Why are you even paying this guy? Because if he loses his first feud against Apollo Crews, like, beating this guy won't even mean anything. So you're not making him win. You're not making anybody better by beating Giovanni Vinci. Like I said, at that point, just fire the guy, put him out of his misery. I guess we'll talk about this situation a bit more when the video continues. But ladies and gentlemen, let's quickly go ahead and look at what happened at the opening of SmackDown, which has been just a crap show. It's been a car crash, a slow, agonizing, absolutely brutal car crash. Because each and every single week, the most exciting thing we've been seeing on this show, let me tell you, is Carmelo Hayes and Andrade Cien Almas. Which is freaking crazy because that feud barely has a storyline. They just carry with, like, good matches. It feels like a Sheamus Cesaro feud where they did the best of 7 back in the day. Speaking of best, well, this guy's kind of the worst. No, not really. Cody Rhodes, though, man. He's just been having the most lukewarm, the most mid, most nothing burger reign of all time. Maybe through his own fault or through the WWE's booking fault. Maybe it's The Rock's fault for saying, hey, I'm basically going to have a title match with you, so good luck doing anything interesting because people will know the ending. Yeah, Cody Rhodes has a huge problem. I think he should have lost to Kevin Owens, maybe to AJ, maybe to Randy Orton. And then he could have gotten the title back. But it's very obvious that no matter what happens, he's just gonna cruise through till the end of the year when The Rock comes back for WrestleMania. So nothing he does, absolutely nothing he does, or everything that happens around him, it just has no impact. It's not exciting. It just feels like filler episodes in an anime, in Naruto or One Piece, right? You know what you're getting into, and what you're getting into is absolutely meaningless when it comes to Cody Rhodes. So, like, even if you're a fan of this guy, which I'm not, by the way, if you know me, you know me, like, how are you gonna get excited about anything this guy does? Besides the fact that, oh yeah, this will be a fun match, oh yeah, this will be a fun segment, but we need substance. At this point, we need substance. What, like, after WrestleMania, this guy's done nothing of substance. So it just continues like that. Nick Aldis, though, being the greatest GM of all time, maybe not of all time, but it's been a while since I've enjoyed watching a general manager play his role on television. Maybe the last one that I liked a lot was Eric Bischoff as the heel manager back in the day, like Paul Heyman a lot as well. Teddy Long was pretty decent as well, but yeah, this segment happened. They basically set up the classic tag team main event match at the end. All right, you know what I mean? We got Bayley in the building. BBL Bayley. Chill, man, come on. All right, so basically she went up against, as you can see, the Miss Money in the Bank. I mean, her whole presentation, 10 out of 10. Tiffany in the Bank, look how beautiful that looks. This is exactly what I wanted, and I'm sure everybody, you included, wanted out of Tiffany Stratton's Money in the Bank run. As far as the presentation goes, her losing a whole bunch, maybe that's questionable. Maybe we can talk about that. But yeah, other than that, pretty fun, you know, match about what you would expect. And Bayley, for the first time in 20 million years, feels like she actually has a storyline, and she won. It feels like WWE finally remembered that Bayley's employed in this company. So I appreciate seeing that. And again, I appreciate Bayley winning because I think she is under appreciated in the WWE with the storylines that she has not been getting, right? They completely forgot about her at WrestleMania. So always good to see BBL Bayley pulling it out, man, and slam it on the table. Speaking of pulling it out and slamming it on the table, that's what, as I said in the beginning of the video, Apollo Crews did to Giovanni Vinci. This guy was just gloating the whole time. I mean, back in NXT, he would like strike a pose and then the camera would freeze and it would go black and white. I actually liked that. That was kind of funny. And that's why I was calling him the Giga Chad. I think he should really play into that. Maybe don't make yourself a complete comedy character like you did right here, but play into that Giga Chad meme, right? Be motivational and stuff. That way you can at least become an intercontinental champion. Maybe. This gimmick though, with the way it's presented, it just feels like R-Truth. And the only person who has the longevity of R-Truth is R-Truth himself. So not looking good for Giovanni Vinci, but I gotta tell you, I enjoyed every second of this. Besides being mad that he lost very quickly, I just really like it. Like, Giovanni Vinci got kicked out of Imperium because, you know, he's a great technician in the ring, amazing wrestler, but he didn't have much charisma, right? So the fact that he entertained me so much, I like it, you know, I kind of dig it. I can't hate it, ladies and gentlemen, and I want to see more of it. Hopefully, like I said, he gets the victory sometime soon, maybe at a pay-per-view. Probably not gonna happen at a pay-per-view, that's being really optimistic, but yeah. So he just lost his first match and just proved Gunther and his lackey right, in the sense that, yeah, he should have been kicked out of Imperium because look at this dude right now. But anyways, like I said, I actually do want to see where it goes. But this is like SmackDown, one of your biggest shows, right? You got Raw and SmackDown. Like, I would expect to see something like this on NXT, something more low-key. It's just crazy to me how small leagues SmackDown feels recently. Like, it feels like we're back in 2009. At least we're not doing recaps of like Raw. That was horrible. I mean, if you guys watched it during that time like I did, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Speaking of things that are not horrible though, this match, I expected it to be horrible, but then once, especially Kevin Owens and Austin Theory was going at it in the ring, I remembered, holy shit, Austin Theory is probably one of the best wrestlers in the entire world, and Triple H, you're just making him look like a jobber. But I am expecting that face turn sooner rather than later, and I think it's gonna hit. I think Austin Theory has potential here. He always had potential. He's amazing in the ring. I have zero problem with Austin Theory in the ring. He's literally perfect, doing everything. You know, dishing out offense, taking it. Absolutely perfect. Look at the facials. Pause. Anyhow. Yeah, I mean, the drop kick, the blockbuster from just, you know, from the ground, just jumping up. Austin Theory is absolutely insane, and it was just fun just seeing him wrestle. This match in general, Grayson Waller played his role pretty good as well, and the crowd was really getting behind Austin Theory as well. So like, I'm excited to see the breakup, and like, they gotta utilize Austin Theory. You gotta give him a championship, you gotta give him something for sure, because you'd be absolutely stupid not to. This guy has star written all over it. Vince McMahon, for all his faults, he does see stars every now and then. He is right more often than not when you look at his entire track record, right? So yeah, I like the sell to the stunner. Oh my god, bro, like, come on. Austin Theory deserves that push. Triple H, get over yourself, get over your daddy is not home anymore and all that BS. Austin Theory, he's a young chap, like, please. That's all I'm saying. Please. LA Knight came out there, cut a decent promo, man, as he always does, and I liked Carmella Hayes interrupting him. I would have hated this if this was like a month or two ago, and I do wish LA Knight told him, like, in the promo, oh, thank you so much, or like, congratulations, you finally remembered who you're talking to, you finally remembered my name. Yes, I am the United States champion now, and like something like that. Make a quick reference to the fact that Carmella Hayes was just like botching all his lines when he was trying to cut a promo against LA Knight back just like a month or two ago. Anyhow, yeah, because of his feud with Andrade, Carmelo Hayes grew on me again. I sort of liked him in NXT. I never really fully got on board with his old shtick, but on the main roster again with that Andrade stuff, you know what? Let's see where this goes. I mean, Andrade came out there as well. Let's see if we can get the picture. There you go. If this happens to be a triple threat, I'm digging it. If these two do a match, Andrade and Carmelo Hayes, and we get the number one contender, I still dig it. I think I would definitely prefer a triple threat match though. If that happened, if somebody announced that, by the way, I didn't see it or I forgot about it. My fault. But yeah, I would definitely love a triple threat, like whichever pay-per-view this is gonna go for, Bad Blood. this is gonna be a hell of a fun match. LA Knight is winning though, right? We know that. Other than that though, yeah, it's good. I think Legado del Fantasma had a backstage segment somewhere between here, and I really didn't like Santos Escobar for a long time in NXT, but then he grew on me. I think the same might happen to me and to everybody else on the main roster as well, because he's nothing else if not consistent. So yeah, Chelsea Green, by the way, I mean, I've been a huge supporter. I've always been behind Chelsea Green because she's actually pretty darn decent in the ring, and then she has everything else. She has the look, and she has basically, she's a perfect, I think, women's wrestler, and I do want her to even hold a championship, multiple championships as possible. Yeah, I just like really dig everything that Chelsea Green does. I think she's absolutely perfect. So I'm glad, even though it was dirty, I mean, it should be dirty, she's a heel, she picked up a victory in this match. And kudos to the WWE, man. Like, if I was the booker of the show, I don't know how much I could use Michin, and they've basically gotten the maximum amount of use out of Michin, or however you say her name. So yeah, it was good. It was good. Always good to see Chelsea Green hitting the unpretty her. By the way, badass finishers. Again, everything about Chelsea Green, I got zero problems with. Absolutely perfect. And like I said, I hope she has a bright future. Speaking of bright stuff, yeah, this is what I don't care about. I mean, Street Profits, man, they're just so tired for me. They're so old for me now, and I can never take them seriously. And a big part of the problem is they themselves. I mean, we had the real tribal chief, Tonga Loa, in the ring as well. I mean, that was like the only part of the match that I was interested in. But I also like Tommaso Ciampa, but I just couldn't be invested in this match because, again, it's a throwaway main event that we see all the time. I was like hoping that they would do, okay, if the Bloodline win this match, you know, something stipulation. If Cody's team win this match, this won't happen. Like, there was no stakes to this match at all. No matter who won or lost, we're gonna get the steel cage match with Cody Rhodes and Solo Sikoa next week. So why did we even have this match? I am not sure, but it was always nice seeing, you know, Jacob Fatu doing his thing. Huge potential with that guy. Cody did tease a championship match with him, which we might get at this point because, yeah, that seems pretty appropriate for Cody Rhodes' current title reign or run. That was like both of those words mixed together. But yeah, that was pretty much the end of SmackDown, and some of the cool stuff, you know, the smaller segments, I like them as I said, but as a whole show, it just doesn't feel grand enough. But I wasn't expecting that anyways. I mean, for the past couple of months now, you know exactly what you're gonna get with SmackDown. It's not a lot, right? It's not something earth-shattering. So yeah, that was it. Again, when the biggest thing that I can think of is Giovanni Vinci getting buried this week. Yeah, it's as you can see, it's not an eventful SmackDown. But what do you think about what happened to Giovanni Vinci? Let me know down in the comments section. And for more pro wrestling content and pro wrestling game content, subscribe, give this video a like, help me out with the algorithm, ladies and gentlemen. Most importantly though, take care of yourselves. English is a difficult language.